I'm Jess and today I'm launching a new series on my channel that I've been planning for quite a while, and I'm so excited to finally film this video because I've literally been working on this video idea for months and I was supposed to launch it in March but things got in the way so I didn't, and so I'm glad to finally be filming this. So this is a new series I'm calling Feminist Fiction. There is also a blog called Feminist Fiction and I am aware of it. It's basically just me talking about different media, TV, books, movies, and whether I view them as being feminist and how that makes me feel and how it is, yeah. That's it really. So the first episode of this is me talking about the Winner's Curse trilogy. It's been a while since I read the Winner's Curse and the Winner's Crime, but when I wrote the plans for this video I had literally just finished the Winner's Kiss, so I'm so excited about this. And yeah, if you've not read it I would not watch this video because there probably will be spoilers, but let's just get started if you have read the books. So Kestrel is a badass female who does not conform to having masculine traits just because she is badass. She is involved with planning and is highly intelligent about war and strategy without being a masculine force. I mean, that's fine. I'm fine with masculine female characters because that's, again, breaking down the stereotypes. There's nothing wrong with it, but it is refreshing to see a female character who is not violent and can be badass without conforming to that. A woman does not have to be violent to be badass. A man does not have to be violent to be badass, and Kestrel is a really great vision of that, and I love that about her. And she plays an important role in the political world of the series over the entire series. People look to her for advice and she is very cunning and strategic about everything that she does. Her relationship with Aaron is quite problematic throughout the entire series, but there are lots of switches in power in their relationship. Kestrel is the one who starts out with the power because she is his slave master of sorts and he is a slave, even though they don't really treat each other like that. At least Kestrel doesn't, and Aaron is very uncomfortable with the fact that she doesn't treat him how she should. And then later Aaron has the power when she's in his custody, and even though the power dynamic from an outside point of view shifts all the time, they are still very equal in how they see each other. They don't think about the social economic platform that they're in once they start to get to know each other, and they do act more close than they should and more equal than they should at times during the novels, and that is really great because Kestrel is not a weak woman, and even though Aaron at times is a bit too protective of her, it never seems to be because she's a woman. It's because she's not a fighter, she's a strategist, she's not a fighter, and that's why he's protective of her, not because of her being a woman. So Kestrel is also quite problematic at first. She doesn't really understand anything about intersectionality and how life is for people that aren't her and aren't in her position, being at the top of the, I mean, apart from that she's a woman, she is of the more dominant race. She is a rich woman with opportunities, even though those opportunities may be limited because she's a woman. She's still got more opportunities than a slave woman would, and she doesn't really understand how life is for the Rani, and that could be really problematic at her times. All her views are based on her upbringing and her cultures and their dependence on the slave trade. She's not sure whether she wants the slaves to be freed entirely because her country is dependent on that industry, and that's what she's been taught bringing up when she's been brought up, that that's what they do, and it's really understandable that she would have those views, and that it would be really difficult for her to see that because she's not been taught to see them as people. And apart from her nanny, she wasn't seeing them as people at all. But later on in the books, when she realises that the slave trade is not an important thing and that it is better that they're free, she gives everything to the cause. She even sort of destroys her own happiness in marrying somebody that she doesn't love and lying to Aaron in order to secure his freedom for him, and doesn't tell him who and what she's really doing because she knows that he'd fight against it and wouldn't get the freedom. And my last point is that she doesn't give in to other people's expectations of her. She does what she thinks is right. She's beautiful, and as her father explains multiple times, she would make a good wife for one of the high-class men in society, but she doesn't want to get married, so she doesn't marry someone of high society when she should. And when she does conform to that and get engaged to somebody, it's because of what she wants to do, not because of her wanting to get married, because of the political advantages of her getting married and what that does for Aaron and his people. And she's smart, and she learned about war, and she is good at it. She is probably one of the best at it that we see, but she doesn't want to be in the army. She doesn't want to join the army. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to do music, and that's her choice. And even though she is brought down about that, and even though she has to forgo that at times, that remains her, like, everything that she does remains her own battle and her own morality and choices. Yeah, so I don't know how coherent I was in this video, and I sort of really hope I don't have to vomit again. But I hope that this series has interested you, and I will be doing another one soon. I have 2 more planned out, so I will be doing another one of these soon. So let me know in the comments any feminist opinions you have on the Winner's Curse trilogy, and I will see you next time. Bye!